Brethren, as the expectation is that each of you will present these booklets to your stake president or under the direction of your principal, we'll have that assignment. We wanted to give you an example of what we expect. We hope that you've already presented the first part of the booklet that shows pictures of your faculty and contact information, as well as the cover letter for the stake presidents, which contains information you should have read beforehand, explaining what the purpose of the booklet is. President Cedal, thank you so much for allowing me to meet with you for a few minutes this morning and share a few things that we've got together so that we can identify the youth in your stake that we together can reach and perhaps invite to send.
It's nice to see you again.
Thanks. I want to start off by showing you the ward-by-ward enrollment. You'll notice as you look at that the not enrolled and the total eligible is listed, as well as percentages.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, and that's the first thing we want to point out. First off is that these numbers aren't correct right now. There's a few things that I want to show you as we go through our time together. We also want to point out that this is the exact format that you would find on MLS. We're using this instead of the one that we previously sent out because we know your priesthood leaders can find this. Okay. And can utilize that. So if you have questions as we go through it, please don't hesitate to ask. What I'd like to show you first is the names that are in pink are those that we believe, based on birth date, are 8th graders. And because they're still in the system, they're showing up as not enrolled. You can see the problem with that, right?
Right. So why are they 8th graders that are on your computer?
It's a great question. The church's system is 13 to 18-year-olds are all listed until they're changed in the computer in the MLS.
So these people, are clerks that haven't put these people in the right place.
Yes, but your clerks probably aren't aware that they can.
Okay.
I wouldn't blame them for any fault. I would just say that they're not yet informed on how to do this and would like to help, perhaps.
But it can be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Okay. The blue are those who are graduated from seminary. In this case, you'll probably recognize those names as young men from your stake that have recently gone out to serve missions.
Farewell last week.
Yep, exactly. And then the yellow are those who are potential seminary students by age and grade, but that are not in seminary. So if you look at that number, when you look up here, you see not enrolled 23, and that seems a little high for one ward. And when you look at these names, in reality, there's just two that we need to worry about, or that we need to concern ourselves with. Additionally, we want to point out one other thing. The way these are organized is once those not enrolled are listed, the next are areas of concern. So this is their attendance. And anything below 80% is going to get flagged as of concern. And so these might be some individuals that in your process of interviewing or with your bishops as they interview, they may be able to say, hey, Hannah, I noticed in seminary that with Brother Horsey's class that your attendance hasn't been great. Is everything okay? Now, I know Hannah, she's on the basketball team, and I'm sure that she's had some excused absences that have cost her that percentage right now, and it'll be fine in the end. She's a good girl and doing great.
The other thing I'm noticing is this is early on in the semester, and so
yeah.
even though they're flagged, it's probably because they've missed a few days with very few days possible.
Yep, exactly.
That makes sense.
You're exactly right with that. And again, you can see the names of their teacher that they've had, the location that they're enrolled, and it gives them an opportunity, gives your bishops an opportunity to ask them specifically, what are you learning in Brother Thurman's class, or what are you learning in Brother Locke's class?
So am I to give this to each of my bishops?
We would love if you would. Now, we can't mandate that, President, but certainly we've even made it available. If you'll notice, this next copy, you'll see, has a perforated edge. And so you've got a copy for yourself and a copy for the bishop. You can tear that out as you meet with him, in whatever setting that you choose, if you'd like, and you can tear that out and give it to him for his reports.
What would you like our bishops to do with this once they have it?
Hope is that together, working with priesthood leaders, that we can reach out to all these young people that are not enrolled in seminary. And we've actually got kind of two reasons for giving this in this format. Number one is to identify those youth, and number two is to give an opportunity, if the bishoprics would like it, to invite one of our seminary teachers into your church building and show them how to go through the MLS and actually clean up that report and eliminate these 8th graders from the list and have them show next year when they come in their normal grade reporting year.
So your teachers have been trained how to make this list more efficient for our priesthood leaders, what you're telling me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
And we could come in on a Sunday morning, a Tuesday night, before after mutual. You tell us, President, and we will accommodate whatever schedule is needed by your bishops.
I appreciate that. That's fantastic.
Can I show you one other thing that I'm pretty excited about with this report?
Yeah, sure.
If you go clear to the end, You'll also notice that they're now showing on reports that we can see at the seminary and reports that your priesthood has had for a while, children of record. And we've had a great experience in our seminary recently where a young lady from the 7th Ward, who's a child of record, so she's not baptized, but her parents are members, has decided to enroll in seminary. Her father approached me just the other day and said, because of her activity in seminary, we're trying to become active as a family. I want you to know that she's going to be taking discussions for the lessons from the missionary, and that her plan is to be baptized, and we appreciate what the seminary's offered you.
That's wonderful. Now, has the bishop been contacted with regards to seminary and how we can use that for the ward council to help this family?
Yeah, that again, in that particular case, yes, the bishop's been, we visited with the bishop, he's excited, he's on board, and they're working with the missionaries. But with that notwithstanding, we hope to be able to identify those in your own wards, you know, as you go through with the bishops and show them some opportunity for some missionary work right in your ward, in addition to just inviting the seminary. It's a way to invite them into the kingdom.
I think that's a wonderful thing. I appreciate that, Brother Chow.
Any other questions for us today, for me today?
The only thing I would wonder is, once this goes out to our priesthood, how can they get a hold of you?
That's a great question. At the beginning of the booklet, all of our contact information is there, me and my faculty, including our support specialist. We've listed cell phone numbers, home phone numbers, and the office numbers and emails. So, boy, we'll just be happy to do whatever it takes to have those bishops get in touch with us and help however we can.
I'll probably give this to one of my high counselors and have him report back to me. Would that be okay if you work through the high counselor?
President, however you'd like, it would be great.
That sounds great. Thank you, Brother Child.